Kita jumpa kembali dalam episod ketiga COVID-19 dan kejuruteraan. For this episode, I have decided to do this in English. Hopefully, it can reach out to more viewers. Don't forget to like and share our channel with your friends. Recent COVID cases have been very worrying. We need to come out with a better action plan to ensure our economic activities can continue. I am going to share some material from ASHRAE to introduce guidelines in operating a building during this pandemic period and new norm post-pandemic. These guidelines should be adopted in our building to ensure COVID transmission can be mitigated. From our personal observation, only administrative control and personnel protection control are being practiced now. They are the least effective means of virus transmission in the hierarchy of control as shown in this figure. There is a need to combine engineering and science to ensure better control of this pandemic. We need to practice engineering control, substitution and elimination to ensure our office buildings are safe. Operating commercial office buildings under an epidemic condition requires a holistic framework during the crisis. It is very important that building owners to establish specific goals so that you can reduce the spread of infection among building occupants. You are able to maintain air conditioning and ventilation system and building services system in safe and healthy conditions. You can minimize impact on building occupants and visitors. You must also communicate risks and precautions that being taken with occupants of the building. Here is an example of a case of an outbreak at a call center in Seoul, South Korea recently. One infected employee came to work on the 11th floor of a building. That floor had 216 employees. Over a period of a week, 94 of those people became infected. 43.5% in blue chest. 92 of those 94 people became sick, while only 2 remain asymptomatic. Notice that only one side of the office is primarily infected. There are very few people infected on the other side. This case serves to highlight that being in an enclosed space, sharing the same air for a prolonged period increases your chances of exposure and infection. Interestingly, even though there were considerable interaction between workers on different floors of the building in elevators and lobby, the outbreak was mostly limited to single floor. Here are the guidelines from ASHRAE Epidemic Task Force in August 2020. They list down these actions that are required to focus on. Number 1, building readiness. Number 2, infection, disease preparedness and response plan. Number 3, review of indoor and outdoor environment. Number 4, air conditioning and ventilation system. Number 5, pressure control. And 6, building automation and control systems. For the purpose of this series, I am more interested to discuss about items shown in green, as they are directly related to engineering. The other two are more of administrative strategies. When conducting review on indoor and outdoor environment, you need to maintain dry bulb temperature within the comfort range. Since that can reduce the half-life decay time of the virus, relative humidity must be maintained between 40 and 60%. You also need to review issues regarding indoor condensation possibilities, as this can breed pathogens in your building. If outdoor air quality is not healthy, especially high particulate matters, do not open window or increase ventilation without using proper filters. You also need to check outside air intake regularly for any potential risk. For spaces inside building, this recommendation should be considered. For lobby, pressurize the lobby to the outside. For elevator, turn on elevator ventilation fans. Consider installing portable air cleaner with HEPA filter in lifts. Also, encourage occupants to take staircases to avoid overcrowding in the lift. For staircases, turn on the fans using staircase pressurization if available. Open windows to offset air to allow for more ventilation. In enclosed staircases, consider installing portable air cleaners. For conference room or private office, keep open your doors to allow air movement, as this will reduce concentration of pathogen in the air. If doors must be closed, consider a portable air cleaner or exhaust fan. And last but not least, for toilets, consider occupancy sensor to inform toilet occupancy. Encourage occupants to put the lids on before flushing. In the next episode, we will discuss guidelines for operating the air conditioning and ventilation systems, pressure control strategies, and building automation system to ensure our buildings are safe for occupancy. We hope these guidelines can assist building owners to ensure economic activity can continue. Until we meet again in the next episode, keep watching. Thank you.